Hey everybody, Yankee here. I want to make a little video here that's going to seem maybe a little off topic or maybe even out of character for this channel. But I actually don't think it is off topic, and I'll get to that towards the end of the video. But I want to talk about how Donald Trump is now the first ex-president to be a convicted felon. He was convicted on 34 felony counts. Now, I want to stress first off that the word that's most important in that sentence is convicted. And even the media is making sure to make that denotation there because we've had lots of presidents that were felons, that did lots of things that were really bad, far worse than what Donald Trump has been convicted of. We've had just basic criminals in the office. We've had sexual perverts in office, rapists in office, and even murderers in office. Sometimes they've been all of those things, Clinton. But this is the first time a president's actually been convicted, and they're making a big deal about that. Like I said, I want to keep it in perspective what he was actually convicted of, these business crimes, and how they compare to rape, murder, etc. You know, just kind of keep that in the back of your head when you're thinking about how bad this is. But I do think, unfortunately, it is going to reduce his chances of winning the election, and I didn't think his chances were great already. I don't think his base has grown any since 2020. In fact, I think more Republicans have turned against him, and more Republicans have been turning to that RFK guy. At first, they thought RFK was going to be a spoiler for Biden. Turns out he's being more of a spoiler for Trump, which is why Trump has started slamming him now. So that kind of is backfiring and not working out very well. So I just think that all these things combined means it's going to be very hard for him to win. Even with Biden being as bad a candidate as he is, I think a lot of people will hold their nose and vote for Biden. And that means the people in the gun community, they've been waiting for Trump to be the gun messiah and save us from all these unconstitutional attacks we've been facing lately. That is less likely now to happen than ever. And some people might say that was the whole goal of the trial, to make this less likely. But that's something that's, a topic I'm not going to get into right now. I just want to deal with how this is actually going to affect the gun community. And like I said, I think it's bad in some ways because I think he would be more pro-gun than Biden. I don't believe he'd be real pro-gun based on his record, because what he did with bump stocks, what he said about due process, all those things. I don't trust him any more than I trust any other politician. But at least he would have a party behind him that wasn't constantly pushing gun control, at least not openly. Which some people might say is even worse than Democrats pushing it openly, because it's harder to fight it back against people that are doing it subversively. But like I said, there's a lot of people that were hoping he would get in and would help with gun rights. And that right now, like I said, unfortunately, that seems like it's less likely than ever. And now a lot of people are going to be like, oh, you're a never Trumper anyway, so you don't care. I was never a never Trumper. No one can point to anything I've ever said that comes anywhere close to that. I've never been pro-Biden. Never voted for Biden. I haven't voted for a Democrat for president. I don't know if I ever did. The last major party candidate I voted for president was Bush Sr. as a Republican, because I was always a registered Republican. That's the last major party candidate I ever voted for. So I'm more of a third party candidate person. I do not like politicians. I do not like the two political parties. I think that they are just opposite sides of the same coin, made out of the same stuff. It's just that one side is open about some things and sneaky about others, and vice versa. So I don't like either side. But like I said, I don't really trust Trump, but I think the party at least would have not been as openly anti-gun as the Democrats are going to be. Especially if they get another term, I think they're going to be emboldened. And it's going to be more important than ever that the courts step up and do the right thing, meaning the Supreme Court's going to have to make them. So as far as the effect on the gun community, the effect I'm hoping it has is that it makes people now fight harder, because they're afraid there's going to be another 4 years of Biden. It's going to make them get more involved. It's going to make them go to their local organizations, fight the fight on the ground level where they live. Actually be there. Do something. Because they're not going to be able to sit back and say, well, the Messiah's coming, so I'm just going to put my feet up and wait. They're going to have to get involved. They're going to have to do something. It's so hard to get people to do anything. It's like my channel. I have like 370 almost thousand subscribers. You know how hard it is to get 700 people to chip in and help support veterans charities and animal charities and even giving away free guns to lower income families? It's super hard. Out of 370,000 people, the most I can manage is 700. And that's because people don't get involved. They give lip service, but they don't get involved. And a lot of them don't because they don't think, it's not going to make a difference. Well, here's the one thing. If you want Trump as president, you better get out and vote this year because it is going to be an uphill battle. So you better get off your ass and actually go vote if you want him as president. Especially if you live in a state that could go either way. Now, it doesn't always matter who you vote for in most states because most states are going to go one way or the other because there's only two options, and they're clearly in one camp or the other camp. But if you're in a state that's a swing state, you better go vote. But also, you better be prepared to not win. And you better be prepared to fight for gun rights. You better be prepared to fight for your First Amendment rights. And don't separate the two. Don't be someone who's like, I'm pro-gun, but I don't like it when those people protest. Screw them, because then you're anti-first. And that's not a good idea. You have to support the Constitution as a whole or not at all. You don't get to pick and choose. So I hope that this makes people step up. I hope it makes people double their efforts. I hope it makes people think we're going to have to fight this fight ourselves. We can't count on someone else to do it for us. Because I think that will be a good effect on the gun community. What I'm afraid will happen is a lot of people will sit back and go, it's all rigged. It's all going to work out however they want it to work out. So I'm not going to get involved and we're going to lose our rights, because I hear that every day from everybody. And they're right. We are going to lose our rights eventually. But it's going to be mostly because of the things we don't do as a gun community, which is try to grow our tent, try to fight the good fight, get involved, etc. It'll be because of the things we don't do more so than the things they do actually do. So that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping this will motivate some people to get off their ass and get out there and be involved at the grassroots level of the gun rights movement, because that right now would be an awesome thing to happen. And that right now would be a great lesson to learn from what you might consider to be really bad news when it comes to Trump. Like I said, it might end up being good news for the community because they can't count on anyone else. They're going to have to do it themselves.